Hello, welcome to Easy Tarot. These are options, pile number 1 to 3. And in today's video, we are going to see what is your after marriage life is going to be like. Select intuitively. In today's video, we are going to see pile number 1. If you want to see pile number 2 or 3, you can see the link in the description down below. So without further ado, we'll just start with your reading. Pile number 1, we have Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is such an important message. Let me tell you this. I was about to pull more cards and like place more cards over here. However, I'm sensing that a lot of you guys have had dealt with some type of a third party situation in the past. And some of you have already been confirmed. Like some of you have been watching tarot reading where you were being confirmed by a tarot reader or something. Like someone has told you that you are going to marry your specific person who have already done a third party situation with you. So what I'm sensing is that if you are going to marry to this person once again, a the first news is you are not going to have any third party situation again ever for the rest of your life, and you guys might be twin flame. So the person who are in a twin flame relationship, they might be pretty confident about it. So that's a that's like a positive thing that I'm seeing for you. And secondly, you are not even going to be triggered at all. You know how some people is like, for example, it might have happened with you, where let's say you have had a boyfriend named John, and that person was kind of a cheater, and then the second guy you end up meeting, let's name them Michael. When you end up meeting Michael and when you fall in love with Michael, when Michael is talking to the other person, I think that triggers us a lot. Like, okay, Michael is talking to the other person now. In no time, Michael will cheat on me too. So I think the second message that is very prominent over here with the third party situation in reverse, or Three of Pentacles in reverse, is that no, you are not even going to be triggered at all. Like if your person is talking to the other person, you're going to be chill. If your like partner, marriage partner, okay, is going to um um what is it, like flirt with the, like light flirting or appreciating the other person, that's not going to bother you at all. You have this immense faith in your heart that what has happened in the past is gone, and nothing is either going to trigger you. You are completely healed, and there is not even going to be any kind of third party situation in your marriage life. Can I like dare to say one more truth about this pal? Like for some of you, of course, it's not going to resonate with everyone. um, I think I didn't give the disclaimer for this reading. Disclaimer is this is a general reading, so some messages will resonate to you while other messages will resonate to others. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So one of the messages I saw from the Three of Pentacles in reverse is that some of you guys might have been or is a master manifester. Like you end up manifesting so many things in your life. Okay, you are good at manifesting. However, in the flip side, that does mean that if you were thinking about, oh my god, my person will have someone in their life, they will fall in love with them, they will forget me or something like that. I think that also was one of the reasons why the third party situation was, you know, what it happened. Like I think by mistake you have manifested some of you by mistake, some of you have manifested the third party situation. Again, as a truth person, like I'm supposed to say this word, like if you like it, cool. If you don't, cool. Because in all honesty, I like this truth. If you are a manifester, all you need to do is like work on yourself. Like you don't manifest from your conscious mind, by number one. If you know anything about manifestation, law of attraction, you don't manifest anything from your conscious mind. You manifest things from your subconscious mind. Does that make sense? And subconsciously you just know that you were fearing something and that dread came true, and that was just like you dreaded so bad that it ended up manifesting. And if you know how to make a u-turn out of your thoughts, then like there is a technique in law of attraction. I don't know what that technique is called, but I use the word u-turn for it, which means that once you know how to work on your thoughts and work, not like through it, okay, not against it. When you are going against it, that's just actually when you're be more pulled towards it. But when you're working through it, when you're accepting it, and when you're walking with it, okay, with the negative feelings, negative thoughts, or negative, let's say, dreading feeling, right? That's when you end up, having a U-turn kind of in your life, and in into your thoughts. And once your thoughts take a U-turn, and you are having clear thoughts about who you are, what loyalty you want, and so on and so forth, that's when you end up attracting that. Okay, so I think it's always a good news. Truth is always a good news. Once you know what is the truth, you can work with your truth. Does that make sense? I am like a big fan of truth. Like, give me truth bombs. I'll just make lemonade out of it. But some people is like, how dare you throw a truth bomb at me? So some of you might be a little bit sensitive about that. How dare you to think that I am the one who manifested? I didn't do that. They did it. Like, you know what? Forget it. If if you're thinking anything down the line, maybe A, this message is not resonating with you, or B, you are being triggered, and that's why you are acting or reacting this way. So yeah, whatever. Anyway, enough of the, I think, justification. I'm not justifying, but you know what I mean, right? Enough of the explaining why truth is important. We have the Hierophant in reverse, which is telling me that pile number one, you guys, some of you guys, especially, I am seeing a lot of Aries, sorry, yeah, as I said, Aries, it could be an Aries vibes, okay? I'm sensing a lot of Aquarius vibes, that's what I wanted to say. Aquarius, Sagittarius, and some of you have Capricorn strong in your chart, like Sun, Moon, Rising have Capricorn, like a birth date is, say, indicating that you're a Capricorn, but you have strong, either um, something like an Aquarius vibes. Aquarius are like out of the world. They don't think based on traditions. They don't think based on, the society or something, right? So that's the vibe I'm receiving from the Hierophant in reverse. Some of you could be Earth sign as well, which is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Taurus is a strong energy I just received, so that's why I said that. Um, so yeah, with the Hierophant in reverse, what I'm seeing is some of you just wanted marriage up until this point, or up until the point that you were single, right? You just wanted marriage so that the person doesn't cheat on you, or the person is legally binded to you, so that you are never you are mentally assured that, mm, there is no breakup that is happening. I think you are afraid of certain things, and one of the solutions that you find is marriage. Like, when if I'm married, obviously there won't be any breakup. If I'm married, then obviously this person has to be loyal to me or something. That was kind of like a fear in your past, okay? But when you are married to your person, I'm seeing like a huge mental shift in your life. The mental shift that I'm seeing is that you guys are going to be in a phase of like security. Like, you're going to have such a security in your heart that you would understand what true commitment means, and the true commitment doesn't lie in the marriage. So in this at this point in life, you don't even care whether you are going to be married or not, or what type of connection you're having. Maybe you're going to live in with your person, and you are going to feel as secure as how marriage idea would make you feel. Okay, some of you, I'm literally seeing this is there's no marriage scenario, or maybe there is like a prenup marriage or something. There's not traditionalism in the marriage, but you are not bothered by it. Even if you are married, it's not that you are married because you are afraid that this person will cheat or leave you, right? You're married because you don't like you're married because you wanted to marry. You're not making the decision based on the fear anymore. So that's what I'm seeing from the Hierophant. So I don't know what's going to happen, whether you are going to marry or whether you're going to be in a living relationship. As per the Hierophant in reverse, I can sense that it is indicating living in with your person. However, when I'm also a psychic, right? So I'm picking up on the energy that some of you is going to be married to your person. So the marriage is not going to be, you know what I mean, right? The mentality of marriage that you had when you were single, the fear and all that, like this only solution is marriage, that is not going to be happening. Again, a reversal card, nine of wands in reverse. So when you were single and you were kind of sad or something, right? You were afraid. Pile number three, sorry, pile number one. Oh gosh. I I do jumble up like whenever. Trust me, when pile number three will come up, I'll say pile number one. Okay, I do jumble up pile numbers sometimes. Either it's because I'm jumbling up the words, or maybe it's just my angel's way of saying, you know what, pile number one should be watching pile number three, or some of the pile number three is going to watch pile number one, or going to rewatch pile number one, or something like that. So I don't know how it's going to work, but anyway. So pile number one, again, I wanted to say three. The third card we have is a nine of wands in reverse, and I think you had a phase of life where you were single, where your trust was broken, okay, and also you were kind of sad. You wanted to be in a relationship, but you were so, like, your trust was so much broken that you couldn't be in a relationship. Does that make sense? So that is what I'm seeing with the nine of wands. I have kind of like a triggering message, so I would recommend those who are watching this for just an entertainment purpose or just happy lovey-dovey messages, you can just remove your earphones. I'll give you a thumbs up, and then I'll give you a thumbs up when the triggering messages is like done, like when I'm done with the triggered messages. Okay, so remove the earphones for those of you who is not okay with the triggering messages. Okay, so the title of the trigger warning was sexual assault. So what I'm seeing is some of you might have been sexually assaulted or raped, and due to which you were in a very tricky state of your life where you wanted to be in a relationship, however you couldn't be in a relationship because you were so damn afraid. But that's not what I'm seeing after marriage. Like, after marriage, this fear is going to look so small. Does that make sense? It's going to be, I think you will still remember how much you were afraid of being single and the trigger message that I just said. But but yeah, you're just like, I think you'll just move on to be a very different person. Does that make sense? Point number one, the intention usually when I'm like doing any tarot reading, I just want to see what's going to happen, like in your life, like environmentally, or um, like how the world is going to treat you after marriage. That's what I think I thought the cards would show, but the cards had shown how your inner transformation has happened, and I'm so glad, so glad. Your inner transformation is huge, even in terms of nine of wands in reverse. Like, you were afraid of something that kept you single, and one of the fear is like fear of being single forever as well, right? And yeah, you're not going to be afraid at all. And like, again, as I said, before marriage, like when you were single, there was a point in life when you thought that marriage is the solution to not have any breakups at all for the rest of the life, right? So I think you are never going to even think on the same line. Like, you're going to be married because you wanted to marry. And now that either you're married or even in a living situation with your person, right, with your partner, you are going to be away from the fear of being alone, and away from the fear of anything that was forcing you to be alone. So does that make sense? So again, link the messages I said about the triggering messages that I said about the nine of wands in reverse. So yeah, you're never going to be afraid for the rest of your life, I guess. Like, this is like, I won't vouch for the rest of your life, but after marriage, this is the significant transformation that is happening in your life. So this was it. Thank you so much for being here. These are the messages. Um um I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like giving you a kind of like a quick call to action. And the call to action I would like to give you is like, what is love type of a seminar or webinar I'm going to give you. Not like wishy washy words, right? I'm going to give you exact things. like what is divine masculine, divine feminine, how to recognize the energies, and how the union creates love, and how you can understand whether you are in love yourself. And the signs to recognize is what I'll be asking you to see in yourself, not in others. Like, is my boyfriend doing this? Is my boyfriend doing that? That then I'm in love. No, no, not like that. It's you, yourself, boyfriend, girlfriend, or partner. Like, it doesn't matter. Um, what signs you can see in yourself that will make you understand whether you are in a loving relationship or not. And trust me, sometimes we call things love, but sometimes it's just not love, you know. So if you're interested in that, I'll give some link in the description. But if there's no link, that means the webinar is kind of completed. Like, maybe there will be a webinar again next time, because this is like a huge realization in my life. So I'm just freaking glad to share it with everybody of you. So just email me and I'll book you up for the next webinar. Okay, namaste, goodbye.